At just 25 years old, this defendant was already carrying a criminal history that stretched back to her youth. But what the judge says next turns this hearing into something much bigger than a simple sentence. She sees a pattern that has followed this family for years and gives her one chance to decide whether that pattern ends with her.
How old are you?
25.
You're 25 and you're already adding up some history that started as a juvenile. I'm going to go along with this agreement. And I really, really hope that you use this as an opportunity to do better for yourself and to break the cycle of what's been going on with you and your family. Looks like, from what I can tell, everybody in your family's been to prison or in trouble. And so you can at some point continue doing all of that stuff and end up like that, or you can say, I'm going to do something different with my life. And that's going to be up to you at this point at your age, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It's not fair that things happen the way they did, but you're an adult, and so you can make those decisions for yourself at this point, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time, follow the agreement that you made and find you guilty of theft of property with previous convictions. Sentence you to a term in accordance with your agreement to a term of 2 years in the state jail prison, but I'm going to probate that. You'll be on probation for 3 years. You're ordered to pay the $500 fine as well as the $221 in restitution. And actually what I'm going to do today is I'm going to reduce that fine to $250. I want you to succeed. And I don't want the money to be the issue. I want that restitution paid off first.
Yes,
Okay. I want you to get a job and I want you to pay that off as quickly as you can, and then do everything else that you're supposed to on probation. If you do everything you're supposed to, then for all practical purposes, your case here in court's over and you'll be able to serve that 2-year sentence while you're out on probation.
Yes, ma'am.
The other side of that, though, is if you violate any condition of probation, you'll be brought back into court, your probation revoked, and you'll be facing that 2-year sentence that you've already agreed to. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm handing you the trial court certification that shows that this was an agreement that I followed, and so you waived your right to appeal. I also handed you a written admonishment regarding your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. Because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. If you have any questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Kimler. So if you'll just have a seat here in the courtroom, probation's going to call you up to her desk to go over your paperwork. Okay? Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is the moment that makes this hearing different. The judge isn't pretending the past didn't happen. She's giving a 25-year-old defendant a way out of it. 3 years of probation, a reduced fine, and one clear message. The cycle can continue, or it can end here.
And will your client with the formal reading of the indictment?
I will, Judge.
You might.
Huh?
You put this on third degree paper, right?
Yeah, you want it on.
You were in our budget. Oh, so we're not, we're not worried about we have public studies. We're just doing this. Okay.
Yeah.
We just have.
Okay.
Okay,
This is the.
okay, we're going back to the original.
Relating to the indictment.
Got it.
Yeah, sorry. So what I did was I put it on.
I saw it. Sorry, Judge. He had made a counter. I thought that's what the paperwork was supposed to be too, which it is not. So this is the original.
I need to, he's gonna have to be
And-
sworn in, as soon as that goes through, step in front of the clerk. And are we going on count one only or no?
Yeah.
Yes. Just based on the nature. And why I said, Judge, if you have anything at sentencing, it's involves the assessor collector's office, and
Okay.
if they have some thoughts to add, I would ask for a little leeway at sentencing on that.
And we also will need to establish a restitution amount, but it's just for limited to 3. Even though it's only one case, it's limited to 3 things in discovery, so.
Okay, that,
We
just
need
make
to
sure
understand.
probation, yeah, make sure probation understands as
That's
well.
another component that we just need to get on the record too. It'll be in the picture. No birds. There's several ways to do the discovery verification. It's my first day.
That's what she said, was just started. It's this new thing. Okay, and so will Mr. Frazier waive the formal reading of the indictment?
He will, Judge.
Mr. Frazier, in cause number 25, DCCR 1494, the state has elected to proceed on count one only. It alleges that you committed the third-degree felony offense of giving a false name or forging a vehicle registration from July 6th of 2025. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? And are you pleading guilty because you did what they charged you with? I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state's marked as exhibit number 1. Before you sign these, did you go over them with Mr. Gertz?
I did.
Do you fully understand them?
I do.
And do you understand, if I follow the agreement that you've made with the district attorney, that you'll be waiving or giving up any right to appeal?
Nice.
And it looks like the agreement is for a 2-year deferred probation. There would be a $750 fine. There would be restitution. It says for sales tax, and that would be, you guys can work that out with probation, and we'll get that amount of restitution when we come back for sentencing. Also, this has an agreement that you would be able to travel for work. I do want to make sure you understand that that's not just a blanket. You can travel without letting probation know. You're still going to have to get permission to travel. My screen just went black. I'm sorry. You still are going to have to get permission, or at least let them know job dates, things like that. Okay. It's not just a blanket. You can go wherever and we don't know where you are. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
Okay.
And Judge, that was an important point in our negotiations, that he be required to communicate where he's going, but wouldn't have to come to the court every time. And
Well, you don't have to come to me, but you have to go to probation.
and just
So the permission to travel typically comes from probation, unless there's some issue and they say, we don't think it's a good idea. So you still have to go through that. I'm saying now that I want you to work, and what's the job?
Oh, I go to auctions, and that consists of going to different states. Like, so when you win a vehicle, you have 48 hours to pick it up, and I have to be there, pick it up. It's a daily fee if you're not there on time.
Okay, so I'll look some more at that at sentencing. Is this that I just feel like that's kind of something that has to do with the underlying offense, and that gets
And
me
we
the
made it
concern.
very clear that it would require the okay of the court, maybe not in person, obviously present here, but
Right.
it would.
So, I mean,
require
you're gonna
the-
have to, 48 hours means you're gonna have to get with your probation officer and have that understanding that you're bidding on whatever the process is. It's, you have to have that permission before you go. All right, so if it costs money, whatever happens, you cannot go out of Jefferson County without probation giving you that okay. I'm telling you it's gonna be okay, and you don't necessarily have to get my permission, which obviously would take much longer. You have to be in constant communication with your probation officer, more so than most people, because this is your job. And if you want to be able to do it and be on this probation, you're going to have to take those extra steps. Okay. All right. State tenders number 1.
we have no objection, Judge.
It's admitted. Is there any evidence that Mr. Frazier is not competent?
None at all, Judge.
All right. So I'm going to find, and you're a U.S. citizen, correct? I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of your plea. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your case for sentencing so we can get the probation department to do that pre-sentence report. And then we'll come back later for sentencing. They'll get the restitution figured out. Go ahead and visit with them when you're there about your job and kind of how it works, so that they have a better understanding of that. When you get on probation, then hopefully that will go very smoothly and you can know how to get that taken care of. Is there something else? Yes, ma'am.
Just if I may, Judge, with respect to what the court stated about the nature of the offense, et cetera, I would like a little room to at least discuss with the court the possibility of asking for a few other things that go along the same line with respect to auto titles, et cetera, especially with regard to Jefferson County and tendering those here at Jefferson County at least during that term of probation, based on the fact that he is indicating to the court that it's still going to be a type of business that he's in. And I don't want him to be surprised by that.
Yeah, no, I mean, we'll see what all comes back, but once I have a better understanding after reading that pre-sentence report, there could potentially be some additional conditions.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom, please, sir.
In the end, the judge didn't erase Irriana Bell's past. She gave her a chance to change what comes next. At 25 years old, that choice is now hers. Because sometimes a second chance isn't about escaping the consequences. It's about proving you won't repeat the same mistakes.